Our regularly scheduled program will not be seen today so that we can bring you this special presentation. "'Twas 5 nights before Christmas, and all through the house not a creature was stirring, except for all of your favorite WWF action figures. Welcome, wrestling fans. 5 days away from Christmas. Thank you for joining us for a very special episode of Saturday Morning Superstars of Wrestling. You ever wonder what happens when you fall asleep on Christmas Eve to your favorite toys? Well, you may just be surprised to find out that they come to life. In fact, we're going to prove it right here this morning. Superstars like you've never seen them before. Let's take you to the ring. Well, for the first time, we have been all around the world, ladies and gentlemen, and this is the first time we have come to you from the North Pole.
It's scheduled for one fall, making her way to the ring from Toronto, Ontario, Canada, Trish Stratus.
Yeah, I've got to admit, I'm a little surprised myself when I saw the travel itinerary. I wasn't expecting anything like this. It's kind of chilly up here in the North Pole. I'd much rather have one of those good-looking elves around here to snuggle up with instead of you. Hey, you're really close to Santa Claus around here, Jess. If I were you, I'd be very careful about how you behave here tonight, especially in light of recent actions. Well, don't you worry about me. I'm always on the right side of the list. I give Santa private lessons. He's buffed up a little bit this year. He's got to carry bigger bags just to handle the stuff that's coming to my house.
I'm sure that's the case. Trish Stratus already in the ring. And now here comes her opponent. This ought to be one heck of a match. Rhea Ripley, one of the top stars in the world of professional wrestling. The snowfall here in the North Pole. For the first time ever, the World Wrestling Federation coming up to Santa's lair. The castle, if you would.
Yeah, well, when you say lair, it sounds a little bit more like superheroes, and I don't think that's what's happening here.
Well, we're bringing our own superheroes, so to speak.
Rhea Ripley might be a little underdressed for the occasion. Between the weather and the fact that Mrs. Claus is not too far away, she probably wouldn't approve.
I'm not so sure about that myself. Ladies and gentlemen, our main event tonight will be for the Hasbro Heavyweight Championship of the World. You won't want to miss it.
Well, the North Pole is a place where magic takes place. And that is how we were able to see the action figures come to life right here. And this match is underway. I've never called a match for action figures before.
It'll be a first for both of us, no doubt about that. When Santa sent us the invitation, there's no way we could not accept.
Well, no, not if you want to stay on the nice list. I don't want to be considered naughty.
Yeah, that ship may have sailed already, I'm afraid.
No, I'm fine. I've even mended some fences lately. I've talked to my good pal, Tito Santana.
Oh, you're really spreading it on thick now.
No, I'm serious.
Yeah, I'll believe that when I hear it directly from him. Stratus right now getting the early control.
We'll see how long that holds up because Ripley has the size and strength advantage.
Stratus on that top rope. Look at that. Hurricane Rana. Oh, man. What a move. And Rhea Ripley went sailing across the ring. Well, the crowd here in the North Pole liking the action early on as you hear the clunk of the plastic.
Well, the good thing about being in this form for these two ladies, you're never going to have a bad hair day.
No, I suppose you wouldn't. Referee watching on closely, and it's got to be a first for him as well. Officiating a match between two action figures of all things.
Well, this is some kid's wish list come to life right here. I guarantee you that.
Nice takedown by Ripley now. Transitions to the side headlock and has her grounded down. Oh, Stratus is in some trouble now.
Well, it'd be hard to tell because these competitors, if you want to call them that, they've got these molded faces, doesn't show any expression other than the one they come out with. So any sense of pain or anguish, you'll never see it.
Apparently that side headlock animation doesn't work for the elite figures or the in-game.
Oh, that's just 2K at its best, and that just means you got something else to ask Santa Claus for.
What's that?
A new developing company.
I'm not going to disagree with you on that one. Dropping Ripley with that DDT, going for the cover, hooks the leg, and a count of one. Big shot right there. Look at that drop kick off the apron, and Ripley down to the mat. Oh, the crowd not liking this one.
Well, I've got to be honest, I'm a little surprised that Rhea Ripley's so well received here in the North Pole. She's not exactly fitting the normal demographic around this place. There's another tremendous move right there by Trish Stratus.
The action has been inside, outside the ring, and Stratus now on the top rope, but may have made a mistake there. Yeah, oh, wow. Really overshooting the target on that one.
Well, they call it high risk for a reason. When it works out, there's a big reward, but when it's not, there is a lot of dues to be paid. And Stratus now, once again, has gained the advantage, but the referee was caught out of position. Doesn't even get a one count.
Stratus got caught from behind with a clothesline. Nicely done by Rhea Ripley. Fans, we hope that you are all enjoying yourselves here as we count down the days to Christmas here on the Nation Network. From everyone here at the Nation to you and your families, we wish you the very merriest of Christmases.
You know, we're almost done with another calendar year.
Indeed, it is coming up very soon.
It does amaze me sometimes that I've lasted this long with you.
Well, I can say that the feeling is mutual. Just drove Stratus face first into the canvas, going for the cover. Hooks a leg, got two. Didn't think she'd get her on that one, but she almost pulled that off.
Yeah, that was a real close call here. The fine folks at Hasbro doing their work.
Went for the boot. Stratus catching that one. Roundhouse shot to the head. And now here's the cover. And again, there's a count of one. There's two. And she almost got her.
Well, the crowd out here really enjoying this here at the North Pole. I guess this has got to be a pretty welcome break from them. They work like 364 and a half days a year.
Well, they are very busy here at the North Pole, no doubt about it, putting everything together so that Santa can get out there on Christmas Eve and deliver all those packages. From the top rope now, Stratus missing the target. I think she baited her in there.
Yeah, it definitely looked that way to me.
Ripley to the ropes, back out front, goes for the leg drop, and nobody's home. Trish Stratus stomping away now. Punt right to the ribs. Wow, that one's going to leave a mark.
No doubt about it. Well, I was going to say they'll feel it in the morning, but they're action figures, so I'm guessing they probably won't.
If you're just joining us, happy holidays. We are coming to you from the North Pole this week. Superstars of Saturday morning Irish whip. Drop kick now done by Trish Stratus, and Rhea Ripley getting herself back up into the corner. Oh, back elbow caught Stratus right in the face. And now Stratus is up. Sit out powerbomb. That might be all she wrote.
Looked like Mommy was going to get the pinfall, but it wasn't time yet. Stratus is not done.
Oh, taking a page out of the book of her former boyfriend. The five-star frog splash. And still not enough for the 3 count. Oh, here we go. She's got that submission hold locked on. Stratus, I don't know if she'll be able to hang it a lit. Nope, that's it. She's done. Ripley forces her to submit. What a tremendous opening contest.
Well, let's take a look back at some of the highlights from this one. It was a fun opening match, no doubt about it. For our first ever match from the North Pole, it wasn't bad.
Northern Light suplex, well done right there by Rhea Ripley. There's a jawbreaker, got the attention as well. Watch this, face first. There was a period of time where Stratus was actually wearing face gear after having her nose broken, so that's got to be reminiscent for her.
Yeah, not for anything. She was a model, so they're really fussy about their faces.
That was a 2.5 count on Rhea Ripley. Almost got away with that one. Now let's take a look here. Ripley going to the top rope. There's that frog splash. She borrowed that from Dirty Dom.
Well, you'll notice he's not here in the North Pole.
No, there is a no travel ban on Dom Mysterio here in the North Pole. Santa wants nothing to do with him.
Here is your winner.
You don't say.
All right, fans, we'll be back with plenty more action still to come here on Saturday Morning Superstars of Wrestling, a Christmas edition. We'll see you in just a moment.
How can I get muscles like you guys? Wow, This is wonderful.
You can start by getting in shape with a Hulkamania workout set.
Great.
It's got everything you need. Head and wristband, a jump rope for warming up, a hand gripper for power, dumbbells for strength, an exercise poster, and even Hulk's own workout tape.
The Hulkamania Workout Set. You from LJN.
Are you in shape yet?
Yeah.
Oh!
All right, fans, it is a triple threat match. Every match today is main event caliber.
Well, there's a picture you don't see every day. Bray Wyatt next to a Christmas tree and Frosty the Snowman. And if there's anything creepier than the look on his face right now, I'd like to know what it is.
Well, indeed, he's got that perpetual look of, I don't know, a maniacal look, to be honest with you. We know that this is a man, when you talk about the cerebral assassin, you could be talking about this man.
Yeah, the mental game is one that he plays better than anybody, in my opinion. I know a lot of people have been out there and they have done the psychological thing. Of course, names like Jake the Snake Roberts in particular, Triple H from Generation X, even The Undertaker in a different type of way. But I'll tell you, Bray Wyatt, he touched on the psychology like nobody else. He really got deep inside of his opponent's heads. Now, whether or not he's going to be able to do that here today, I don't know.
You know, we talk about travel bans here in the North Pole. I'm surprised he snuck by.
Yeah, I have a funny feeling that Border Patrol was afraid of him. They probably just let him go. We don't want to deal with any mercy buzzards.
Probably a good idea. The Eater of Worlds, Bray Wyatt. Still to come, two more opponents. The triple threat, all three men will be legal at the same time. First pinfall or submission will get the victory.
Well, I'm curious to know who he's going up against. As I said, I know for a fact this is going to be all about top talent here tonight.
Oh, there's some familiar music. Oh, that's Roman Reigns.
And his opponents, first, from Pensacola, Florida, weighing in at 265 pounds, Roman Reigns!
The Tribal Chief heading down the aisle right now.
Well, right now, taking a look at Roman Reigns, it's more like he's not so much the Tribal Chief as he is representing the Shield, his original group here. And I'm not sure that's not a more dangerous version of him, to be honest with you. But no matter what, you get in the ring with the Tribal Chief, you're in for a big battle.
I have to agree with that 100%. Once again, welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to a very special holiday edition of Saturday Morning Superstars of Wrestling. Coming to you live from the North Pole.
Well, I'm going to be very interested now to see who the third man is, because if this was just one-on-one between Bray Wyatt and Roman Reigns, I wouldn't know how to pick them.
and take a look.
From Miami, Florida, weighing in at 265 pounds, The Rock.
It's The Rock.
Well, this makes for a very interesting situation right now because we know there's blood relation between The Rock and Roman Reigns.
Indeed there is. They are family. However, this is a triple threat match. That means there are no friends.
Well, maybe not at the end of the day, but in the meantime, the two of them could work together on Bray Wyatt and get it down to just a one-on-one and then let the better man win. That's what I would be doing in this situation.
Do you really believe Roman Reigns would trust The Rock? And for that matter, do you think The Rock would trust Roman Reigns?
Well, you know, they say blood is thicker than water. There's only one way to find out. Maybe they have to spill a little bit.
Not today. North Pole, I don't think so.
Never say never.
There's the bell. And as expected, Bray Wyatt is the first target. Back body drop. And now Roman Reigns going after Bray Wyatt.
You know, that's the smart play right there. Just double team Bray Wyatt right now. Well, there you go. So much for smart. I thought they were going to do it the smart way, but apparently not. And look at this. Roman Reigns right off the bat going for the pin.
And you see Bray Wyatt actually breaking it up, not out of any love or loyalty to The Rock, simply because he knows whoever gets pinned first or forced to submit, unless he's the one getting the pinfall, he will be on the short end of the paycheck. And now Roman Reigns with a big slam, and down goes The Rock. Meantime now caught from behind. And that's the thing about these odd man matches. You've always got to keep your eyes on the back of your head, so to speak.
Well, you have to have your head on a swivel all the time because you never know. You've got the one guy you're dealing with, but where's the other one? He's probably queuing up, waiting to take advantage of you the second you stop.
And now The Rock dropping Roman Reigns across the top rope. And now look at this. Head first into the mat he goes. And now Roman Reigns up across the shoulders. Down across the top rope he goes. And now look at this. Bray Wyatt's got him rolled up. Up in the air, couldn't hold him. Big right hand. Back and forth action, and thus far I don't think anybody's had an advantage in this one.
No, for a three-man match, it's been very even. They're all just taking shots at one another. And here's Roman Reigns trying to get a quick pinfall on The Rock.
And here's a roll-up.
See him trying to grab the tights right there.
What tights? They're made of plastic.
Well, there's edges and stuff that he can grab. Don't you argue with me. I'll stuff you down a chimney, old man.
I beg your pardon. Oh, and now The Rock coming in with a kendo stick.
I'm surprised he didn't pick up a candy cane instead.
Roman Reigns going to town right now on The Rock from the apron. What's he going to do here? Drops him straight down on the apron. Roman Reigns handing out the punishment to his own flesh and blood, and now taking advantage of the dissension is the Eater of Worlds, Bray Wyatt. Oh, nice move right there by The Rock, taking Bray Wyatt down. Our cameraman having a tough time getting out of position. Head first into the apron he goes, and now Bray Wyatt. Oh, he made a mistake right there. Look at this. Roman Reigns with that submission hold locked on, but they're on the floor. There cannot be a pinfall or submission outside the ring.
Nope, they've got to be inside the ring for that to count. But there's still a lot of damage that can be done with it, and that's what I believe just happened.
The Rock sizing up Roman. And now Roman Reigns focusing on his cousin, bouncing his head right off the floor. So this is what happens when you go to sleep on Christmas Eve.
So they say.
Look at this sledgehammer now by Bray Wyatt as he enters the ring once again. Driving it down and right to the midsection of Roman Reigns as well. Well, the Bloodline members are being strewn about the ring. And Bray Wyatt actually doing pretty well for himself.
Well, he is, and the real reason for that is because for some stupid reason, The Rock and Roman Reigns don't want to play together. They don't want to get on the same page, and I can't understand why.
Well, this could very well be a scenario of sibling rivalry, basically.
Well, it could be about bragging rights, I suppose, but boy, that's a hell of a mistake to be making, in my opinion.
Big right hand, and The Rock goes down. Referee is right there on for the count of one, and out the back door he goes. Bray Wyatt outside the ring. He might want to get back inside the ring before there is a 3 count. Roman has got The Rock up, and a big right hand drops him, and now look at this. Oh, Sister Abigail, perfectly timed, and will that be enough? 2, he almost had him.
Very close call indeed. Nice move right there by The Rock with that, and he got caught by a spear.
The spear takes him down. Here's the count of 1, 2, and The Rock got the shoulder up.
Holy cow, he just hit him with a sledgehammer. How do you do that in the North Pole?
Well, I think that the idea of Bray Wyatt making the nice list has sailed a long time ago. I don't think he has anything left to lose. And big elbow drop, finding the mark. The Rock, the only one standing at the moment. Here's the Irish whip to the ropes, back out front, back. No, spine buster.
He was getting ready to go for the people's elbow, I believe, but he got intercepted by his own cousin, who drops him across the top rope. How's that for unceremonious?
Everyone down, there's 2. Oh, and he just barely got the shoulder up. Winding up that arm, and down again he goes. Bray Wyatt, though, is right there to break this one up.
Yeah, I'm a little surprised he attempted the pinfall knowing that Wyatt was right there.
Bray Wyatt, he's got another kendo stick. I'll tell you what, Katie barred the door tonight.
Well, it's a triple threat match, so it's all legal right now, but I'm still pretty sure Santa's not happy about it.
We may never get invited back to the North Pole if they continue these type of actions. Oh, he almost busted that stick over the ribs. Cracks him in the back. And now look at this, going for the cover on Roman Reigns. A 1 count is all for Bray Wyatt. Roman outside the ring, and now he's got that mandible claw in there, and Roman Reigns is there to break it up.
Well, it's every man for himself, and that means you've got to make the saves if you're not involved in the pinfall. And Roman Reigns was right there in the nick of time, and what a big spear right there he got.
Bray Wyatt just got taken out by the spear, and now... Oh, I thought he was going to go after The Rock for sure. Roman from the top rope. What is he going to do? Elbow drop. Going for the cover. And a save is made. Oh, the submission hold is on. Once again, the save made, and Bray Wyatt is tearing him down.
He's got that sledgehammer again. Bray Wyatt is trying to put both men out. He's going to have to because somebody keeps on making the save. The only way to get the pinfall is to put both men down.
There's a spear. The Tribal Chief has him. Shoulders are down. Rock is not able to make the save. And the shoulder coming up off the canvas just barely.
Well, it's not really a canvas, is it? It's plastic.
Well, it may be, but for all intents and purposes, big boot right to the face. This is Christmas chaos at its best, ladies and gentlemen. What a clothesline. And now Reigns using the kendo stick. Oh, they collide.
Well, I think that Bray Wyatt did what he wanted to there with that flying cross body, but he had a bit of a double chop to it as well.
At first into that turnbuckle he goes. Roman Reigns now paying the price. Oh, from behind, The Rock clobbers him with a steel chair.
Yeah, but look at how easily he gets right back up. I told you he's not normal.
There's a count of 1, 2, and The Rock will get the victory.
Well, he's called the People's Champion for a reason. He finds a way to get it done.
Indeed, he does. As we take a look back at the action here, ladies and gentlemen, what a tremendous matchup this was. Back and forth, all three men with great opportunities to pull out the victory. Multiple saves had to be made to prevent that from happening.
They were inside the ring. They were outside the ring. We see the plunder being used right there with that sledgehammer.
It would be the steel chair that would really set the final pieces into motion, though. Look how close Roman Reigns came. Tilt-a-whirl slam, perfectly done, and then right to the spear. I thought the match was over for sure.
Well, Roman Reigns thought the match was over for sure, too, but guess what? You were both wrong.
Indeed, there's another 2 count, and I thought again we were going to see the winner. Well, we didn't see the steel chair being used, but it led up to this moment right here. And there's your winner.
Here's your winner.
That's what I said. That is indeed The Rock. Fans, we are on our way to 3K, and we want to take a chance in a moment to appreciate some of our newest members here on the Nation Network.
Come on, you guys. It's only a little. A hungry giant.
Hungry for a big honey taste.
Big taste, honeycomb, big taste.
Honeycomb taste. Yeah, yeah,
It's not small.
yeah. No. Honeycomb's got a big honey taste. Big crunch for a big bite.
Honeycomb cereal, part of this big, complete breakfast.
Honeycomb's a big bite. Yeah!
All right, fans, we are back now and ready for more action. 4 letters, 1 word.
What exactly is a yeet?
Is scheduled for 1 fall. Making his way to the ring from San Francisco, California, weighing in at 241 pounds. Main event, Jey Uso.
Well, main event, Jey Uso getting ready for action here. Saturday morning superstars of wrestling like you have never seen them before, ladies and gentlemen. We are coming to you live from the North Pole. What a day.
Yeah, you want to talk about travel problems. Holy cow, try getting to the North Pole. United Airlines doesn't exactly stop here. They just slow down and kick you out.
Well, I do understand that the FAA is really buckling down tight on air travel in the area right now, knowing that Santa and the reindeer are going to be up doing some practice runs. And here comes his opponent, The Undertaker.
Well, that is one eerie-looking person right there. I'll tell you what, whether it's in real life or action figure form makes no difference.
The dead man, calculated, no doubt about that. At times seems impervious to any pain.
Well, I'm not going to buy that. I believe everybody has a threshold. He might have a higher threshold than most. It'll be very interesting to see how he does here in this one.
Normally that glare in the eyes is something that just sends shivers down your spine, and not much different this way.
Well, the only difference is now it's catatonic. They're not going to change. They're not going to blink. There's never, like I said, you really have no idea what your opponent's going through because the facial expressions aren't going to change.
The North Pole will never be the same after this one, ladies and gentlemen.
I don't think the Nation Network will be the same after this one.
Part Grim Reaper is that Undertaker.
Well, for Jey Uso, you're real lucky for one thing, and that is that Customs wouldn't allow the casket to come through.
Well, the crowd right now sounds like they are behind The Undertaker, who comes out right away with a big boot to Jey Uso. He has been called main event Jey Uso.
Yeah, well, we're not going to do that.
Undertaker sizing him up. Has the early advantage here in this match. Nice back elbow by Uso, buying himself a little bit of time. And now has him up across the shoulder. Samoan drop.
Pretty good move right there by Uso. Going after The Undertaker. And while he's down, that's where he has to stay on top of him. Do not let the big man get up. Well, there goes that.
And that's the reason why, as The Undertaker just dropping Jey Uso on his head. Now both men back in the ring. Undertaker matching him move for move.
Yeah, Uso is trying to get away from him, trying to escape the dead man, but you can't outrun the Reaper, can ya?
Definitely not. Get a look at this. Top wrist lock now by The Undertaker. Nicely done. He's got the height advantage.
He does, and that's going to give him a leverage advantage as well. Look at that. Back heel trip perfectly done.
Going for the cover here. I don't believe that's going to be nearly enough to get Jey Uso, however.
No, but it's worthwhile to go for it once in a while just to gauge what your opponent has left in the gas tank, so to speak. Not to mention, even a move as simple as a back heel trip, you land on the back of your head the wrong way, and believe me, it'll knock you out.
Uso right now with a rear waist lock. The Undertaker struggling to try and get out of this move. Nice roll up right there. Got himself with that positioning. Had that arm bracing him for added leverage. Nice reversal by the Undertaker. Look at the bridge. Tremendous move right there by Jey Uso's shoulders, and the Undertaker are down as he's close to the ropes.
That was a nice little back and forth between the two of them.
Uso dropped across that top rope, and now the Undertaker one more time. Starting to go to work on him, and now signaling perhaps he's going to go for the choke slam.
Well, looked like he was thinking about it, but then elected not to. Perhaps he's got an idea of something else. It's all about timing when it comes to your big moves. Oh, there it is. He's got it.
The choke slam up and down. Uso driven into the mat. And he got a shoulder up. Undertaker is biding his time. Oh, this is going to be it right here. He's going to go for that tombstone, and I think the match is over. Merry Christmas. Oh, he managed to kick out on the tombstone. Can you believe it?
Wow, I am surprised, no doubt about that. The Undertaker is not happy either.
Both men now here ringside on the floor. The Undertaker going after Jey Uso. He just hit him with the best that he's got, and Uso managed to kick out from it. Knee right to the side of the head. I understand we tried to sign Turbo Man, but couldn't get him here tonight.
Would have been a nice addition to the match, no doubt about it. I would have gone for that.
Referee's count has reached a count of 8. Undertaker is back there. That's 9. And The Undertaker, I believe, is going to win this match by a count out. Yes, indeed. Jey Uso failed to meet the count back in the ring.
Well, that's unfortunate for him, but hey, that's the way the cookie crumbles sometimes. Jey Uso on the short end of the stick when it comes to getting back in the ring. Undertaker did a lot of damage to him throughout the night.
This was indeed a very physical battle. Once it went out to the floor, however, it was all Undertaker. Look at this chokeslam. Precision driving him into the mat. That was almost the match right there. And then moments later, stalking his opponent.
Hey, do you think the Undertaker might get hired on by Santa Claus?
Hired on for what?
Well, if you have a couple of slow-moving elves, he could come up with a tombstone or two to get the rest of them to pick up their pace.
Give me a break.
Here is your winner, The Undertaker.
Tremendous victory for The Undertaker. We'll be back with our main event. Stay with us.
With Wrestling Superstars, it's like having a real match right in your own home. There's Jimmy Superfly Snuka, the Iron Sheik, Hulk Hogan, and Big John Studd. And now you can fly 'em and flip 'em in the Swing 'em Wrestling Ring. Wrestling Superstars and New Wrestling Ring, each sold separately from LJN.
Welcome to the Nation Network, your home for all things pro wrestling. From classic video games to the latest releases, we dive deep into wrestling past and present. Step into the ring with Legends Mania, where dream matches come alive as legends clash with today's top stars. Join the conversation on Wrestle Chat, our podcast breaking down the biggest stories and hottest events in wrestling today.
Leave an island unto my own.
And don't miss the voice of Ultra Pro Wrestling, Vince McShane, right here on the Nation Network. This is the place where wrestling lives, breathes, and never sleeps. Hit subscribe and let's run wild together.
All right, fans, our next matchup promises to be another big one as we take a look at Seth Rollins.
Well, he's referred to as the architect, and for good reason. He really has been the man who has done all of the building around here. Not just here in the North Pole, by the way, but in general.
Talk about a maniacal look on the face. There he is, Seth Rollins. As the folks here at the North Pole singing along with the architect.
Well, he definitely feels and seems like he's in his element right now.
Oh, and here comes his opponent. A lot of history between these two men.
Well, you can still see Cody right there carrying the battle scars. When you talk about history, that's what it's all about right there. Despite the injury, gonna go forward with a match.
The American Nightmare here in the North Pole.
Georgia, weighing in at 220 pounds, the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes.
Well, I got to admit, the American Nightmare's got the crowd in his corner. Will that be enough to carry him? I'm not so sure, because Seth Rollins, he's got a chip on his shoulder. The fact that he came up short against Cody Rhodes so many times in the past, all that matters is today as far as he's concerned, and I know right now that he is set on defeating Cody Rhodes.
Well, there is definitely an element of pride involved in this. A lot of egos behind this matchup. Cody has shown in the past the heart and determination to go the distance. Referee calls for the bell. Here's action underway, and here we go. Rollins getting the upper hand early on.
Nice move right there by Rollins to drive Cody head first into the mat. And now caught him with that flying knee. He may already be in Queer Street.
Yeah, I'm not sure Cody has any idea where he is. He took a couple of hard hits to the head early in this matchup. And there's another one. Boy, he drove that knee right into the face. Off the ropes with a senton. This match is over.
Well, somehow Cody got the shoulder up. I thought it might be over too. That was a lot of impact to be taken very quickly. And now Seth Rollins right into a transition, and he's got him. He's got him in that crossface swing, that crossface hold.
And this time it was Cody coming off the ropes with a disaster kick. Hammered away on Seth Rollins with a bunch of right hands.
Well, normally I would let you know that it's all clenched fists, but hey, everything here is molded. Nothing you can really do about it.
Cody enjoying and taking in the action right now, soaking up the atmosphere of being here in the North Pole. Oh, he got caught by Rollins.
Holy cow, Seth Rollins caught him coming off that top rope. What a tremendous move. A great feat of strength indeed.
Side headlock is cinched in there by Cody Rhodes. Seth Rollins shoots him off the ropes over to the apron now. Big right hand, and that got the attention of the Architect. Rear waist lock now by the American Nightmare.
Well, right now, Cody has to find a way to take control of this match for a little while because the majority, and I mean the vast majority, has really been in the network, or I should say the cabinet of Seth Rollins. He has really just come here and done whatever he's wanted to do. And he's taken almost no punishment in return.
Up against the top rope, there's a big right hand. Series of forearms to the back, and Seth Rollins now starting to feel it.
Well, he may have that look on his face like he's having a good time, but something tells me what he's feeling is a totally different story. But that's the thing about these action figures, you just don't know.
Irish whip into the corner goes the Nightmare, and now Seth Rollins has him. Is it going to be a buckle bomb? He's put people out with this one. Oh my goodness. Almost ended the career of Sting with that move. And a shoulder comes up. Rollins with a curb stop. That's all she wrote. Lights out. He got out of it.
Wow, I've got to tell you right now, I don't know how Cody Rhodes managed to kick out from that curb stop. Seth Rollins is still trying to put him away. Now look at this.
I thought he was going to go with the crossroads, but instead just drops Rollins with that reverse DDT. And now Cody out to the apron. He wants Seth Rollins up on his feet. What has he got in mind? Cody springboard into a drop kick.
Rollins almost landing in our laps.
Kicks out on a one. Cody Rhodes saying, "Merry Christmas, you filthy animal." The pedigree. Shoulders down, 1, 2. And Rollins just barely able to get the shoulder up. A hook and a leg. And Rollins able to kick out.
Well, now it's momentum has gone the complete opposite direction. Well, I may spoke too soon. Nice move right there by Seth Rollins off the ropes with that springboard into the moonsault and only a 1 count.
Rhodes hit with the crossroads there. That normally spells the end. Nice leapfrog. Rollins takes him down, comes up, and goes for the roundhouse, connecting with the chest of the American Nightmare. Rollins up to the top rope. He is coaxing Cody to get back to his feet.
Rhodes doesn't know what's waiting for him, but there it is.
Seth Rollins pulling back on the face of Cody Rhodes, trying to draw perhaps submission. That's not going to happen. The American Nightmare now. Going to go for a figure 4 leg lock, and he's got it cinched on there. Seth Rollins in trouble. Referee is right there to see if he'll give it up, and Rollins fights his way out of it.
Well, that's definitely one way of getting out of the figure four, not the way I would necessarily recommend. Pedigree, that's all she wrote.
Shoulders are down. Does he have his revenge? Not yet. 2.5 count. Rollins looking to settle the score. Off the ropes, and the curb stomp. That's a second one.
There won't be a need for a third.
The Architect, Seth Rollins, victorious over Cody Rhodes. What a matchup.
Yeah, these two guys really brought their A game tonight. What a tremendous matchup it was.
I'll tell you, tonight has turned out to be a lot more than I ever would have anticipated, ladies and gentlemen. The action here from the North Pole, and we still have our championship match to come in just a few moments. Shoulders are down. There's a count of 2. Rollins got out to that early lead in the match, and I think he was able to rely on that.
Well, it definitely gave him a big advantage because he went on for like the first 3 minutes with nothing but offense. And Cody just kept on eating it up.
Cody Rhodes right here taking a page out of the book with that pedigree. Again, looked like it might have been over. And here, he takes him from the back here and goes for the crossroads, which normally spells the end of the match. But Rollins reaching down deep inside.
And I'm not going to make any excuses about the fact that Cody comes in injured to this match because he did it last time and pulled out the win on that occasion.
That is a good point as well. Big victory, ladies and gentlemen. I'll tell you, if the action keeps heating up like this, we're going to thaw out the North Pole. We'll be back with our main event for the World Heavyweight Championship. Stay with us.
Big match at my house. I'll bring my guys. You have yours. I've got Junkyard Dog.
It's World Wrestling Federation Superstars.
I've got Brutus Beefcake. Here's George the Animal Steel. I've got Great Hammer Valentine. Ricky the Dragon Steel.
They're so real.
And Rowdy Roddy Piper.
Can you tell the difference? Wrestling Superstars, they're for real. Each sold separately from LJN.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall and is for the Heavyweight Championship.
This is it, ladies and gentlemen, for the Hasbro Heavyweight Championship, and here comes the challenger.
Well, even in the North Pole, he can't get an overwhelming reception. It's a half-half.
The face that runs the place, John Cena. The man known now as Never Seen 17, the only 17-time World Heavyweight Champion in the World Wrestling Federation, looking to add the Hasbro Championship to his most impressive resume.
Well, it's one thing to want to, it's another thing to be able to, and he's going to have an uphill battle if he's going to get it done here tonight.
And here comes the champion, ladies and gentlemen, Hulk Hogan. The Hulkster here with the Hasbro Championship.
Well, Trump Hogan might have that belt coming down the aisle right now, but I'll be very surprised if he still has it at the end of the night. Even if he finds a way to retain it, it wouldn't surprise me if one of those sneaky little elves would come and steal it. Give me a break.
Ladies and gentlemen, live from the North Pole, this is our main event of the evening on a very special holiday edition of Saturday Morning Superstars of Wrestling, right here on the Nation Network. The Hulkster looks like he's ready to go. I talked to him earlier tonight and asked him one simple question, and he basically came back with one of his own.
And what you gonna do when Hulkamania and the largest arms in the world run wild on you?
The challenger from West Newbury, Massachusetts, weighing in at 251 pounds, John Cena. And his opponent from Venice Beach, California, weighing in at 303 pounds, the heavyweight champion, the Immortal Hogan.
Well, Hulk Hogan holding that Hasbro Championship up.
Well, he's taking a good look at it as if he might be saying goodbye, and he very well might be saying goodbye.
That is what we are fighting for, ladies and gentlemen.
Well, normally I would mention the fact that John Cena looks like he is chiseled out of granite, but right now he looks like he's carved out of plastic. But he's carved perfectly.
Indeed, what a physique. Both of these men are in tip-top condition, no matter whether it's their actual beings or here in the elite lineup. Cena early on working on the head and neck area of the Hulkster. Hogan the champion, Cena the challenger. The setting, the North Pole, 5 days out from Christmas. Cena unloading with a series of rights, lefts, and a big boot to the midsection. Follows it up with a forearm to the back, and down goes Hogan. Cena now on the middle rope. What's he going to do?
Well, he's definitely planning something here, waiting for Trump Hogan to get up. Well, he changed his plan. Big clothesline, though. Nice follow-up. If you've got a pivot, that's not a bad move.
Cena again now on the middle rope. Perhaps he likes the position better this way. Oh, they missed the target. Hogan suckered him.
Yeah, it would appear that that's exactly what happened. Hogan baited a bit and he bit.
Hogan going to work now on the trapezius. Cross ankle sweep, down he goes. Stomp it away. Cena working now the ankle and the knee of Hulk Hogan.
Well, that's a smart move. Everyone knows Hogan's had bad wheels for years. Actually, there's a lot going wrong with him. The back is kind of going out. The hips are going out. He's a battered down champion at this point in time. Not too much left in the tank, I think. And I think Cena might be ripe for the pickings right here.
Big right hand by the Hulkster. It's going to take a lot to put Hogan down for a 3 count. Cena's capable. I will admit that. The Hulkster rolls him over, hooks the leg. I think it's a little too early for a 3 count, and indeed, Cena able to kick out. They tie up in the middle of the ring once again. Cena has Hogan up over the shoulder, brings him over to the rope, and drops him throat first across the top rope. Cena now in the corner, wants Hogan back on his feet. What's he going to do? From the top rope, we tried that before. Cross body, and this time he does not miss.
Well, as many times as I've ever seen Cena wrestle, I've got to tell you, high-risk maneuvers not something he's known for. I'm not sure why he's doing it here tonight. Maybe he thinks he has to have something different in his repertoire to get past the champion. But anyone that does high-risk moves will tell you they're great when they work, but they kill you when they don't.
Hogan is up on the shoulders. Electric chair drop on the floor.
Hogan just brushing off that drop kick as if it were nothing. And again, that's not a part of the normal repertoire of John Cena, and I think he's really trying to add some new wrinkles to his game here tonight.
Not a bad idea if you can get it to work. I am sure the Hulkster has scouted Cena leading up to this match. Up on the shoulder, and again dropping Hogan throat first across the top rope. Cena going to the top. 5-knuckle shove off the top rope. That could be all she wrote. We might have a new champion to crown. Here's 2. Shoulder barely off the mat.
Hogan got that shoulder up, but not by much. Cena's got to look to put him away right now.
He was trying to go for the STFU. That's not going to happen. Hogan right back up now. Meeting the challenge with an answer. Drop down, nicely done. Leapfrog by Hogan, of all things. Back body drop, and Cena goes for the ride.
His feet clearly underneath the bottom rope, but the referee's paying no attention to the details. It would be terrible to see the championship decided because of a referee's blown call.
Scoop slam, and now Hogan to the ropes, drops the leg. Will that be enough to retain? The referee slides into position. There's 1, there's 2, and Cena kicks out.
When you hear the chants and people complaining about Super Cena, this is what it's all about. Most people would not have handled that maneuver. He kicked out on 1. That's the difference between John Cena and everybody else.
And that is the difference in what Hulk Hogan is facing here tonight in this challenge. Everyone we have seen tonight capable of being the next in line for the Hasbro Championship. To the ropes, back out front, drop down, nicely done by Cena. Leapfrog, and now shoulder tackle, and Hogan is down. The challenger has got the ball in his court now. Let's see what he can do with it. Overhead. Into a cutter.
As I said before, he's pulling out all the stops right now. We're seeing a lot of things from him that we don't necessarily get to see.
Stomping away on the back. They tie up now. Irish whip to the ropes, back out front. Drop down by Cena. Back body drop, and the champion landing with a thud. German suplex, Hogan landing on his neck and the back of his head.
That one done a lot of damage, I can tell you right now. That did a lot of damage.
5-knuckle shovel. Hooks the leg. Will that be enough to get the championship? Not yet. They tie up one more time now. Nice takedown by the challenger, Hogan. I thought he was going out. He is outside the ring now. We take a look at the capacity crowd here, ladies and gentlemen, from the North Pole. Hogan kicking off. Big knee right to the head. And now he's got him in the bear hug. He's going to try and get a submission. Can he do it? Cena trying to hang on.
Cena's going to have to break this hold very quickly, and he finds a way to do it.
Has him up over the shoulders, and oh, he's transitioning to the attitude adjustment, but Hogan reverses out of that and drops the leg. What a reversal.
And what you gonna do when Hulkamania and the largest arms in the world run wild on you?
Hulkamania running wild here at the North Pole. Cena just struck that top turnbuckle, and Hogan stomping him into the corner. What a match, ladies and gentlemen, this has been. Back and forth, up and down.
No doubt about it, this is the main event, and it's living up to the billing.
Hogan drops the leg off the middle rope. That's gotta be it. Shoulder is up. Hogan wants him back on his feet. He's got what he wants. Irish whips him to the ropes. Nice hip toss by the champion. I thought he might be going for the big boot. Drops an elbow to the small of the back, and this time he goes for another one. Cena moves out of the way.
Well, then Cena goes for a cross-body block, but completely falls short of the target. I think right now he's starting to wind down.
What's Hogan got in mind here? I saw him grabbing the leg for a moment there. I thought he was going to attempt the STFU. Can you imagine?
Hogan is not a submission wrestler. Once in a while, he might get a bear hug on you, but that's about it.
Cena, poised. Brings the champion headfirst into the turnbuckle he goes. And now the double axe handle to the back of Hulk Hogan. Thrusting the shoulders into the ribcage. Oh, what an up kick by Hogan.
I'm pretty sure that was below the belt.
Well, the referee is right there. Did not make any call for such action. It was close, I'll admit that. Referee just got caught up in the crossfire. And now Cena with a Thesz press and raining down the right hands on the champion. He's got him up. Attitude adjustment. We might have a new champion. There's one. There's two. And Hogan got a shoulder. I don't believe it. Cena goes for the elbow. Nobody's home. Shoulder block by Cena. Another one. Swing and a miss by the champion, and Cena drives him. Cena going up to that top rope now. This might be that 5-knuckle shuffle. Indeed it is. It connects, and Hogan's out. He's done. We've got a new champion. There's 2 and 3.
Well, as I've always said, all good things come to an end, and I'm not so sure having Hogan as champion was a good thing or not. But as the song says, his time is here, his time is now. And John Cena has brought those words to life here in the North Pole this morning.
Indeed he has. What a tremendous victory right there for John Cena. The brand new Hasbro Heavyweight Champion. What a night of action here at the North Pole. Cena coming off the ropes here with a 5-knuckle shuffle. He hit with a few of those, and they weren't enough. Not until that last one. Look at this. What a great series of moves right there. The transition from the attitude adjustment to the leg drop, and still not enough. I thought Hogan had him right there.
Well, Hulk Hogan definitely brought everything he had with him. He hit all the big moves, but it wasn't enough on this occasion to keep John Cena's shoulders down. There was another attitude adjustment, but right from there, what does he do? Goes right back to the top rope, doesn't bother with the referee or anything. That one right there really rocked the world of Hulk Hogan.
Indeed, and that crowns a brand new champion. The brand new Hasbro champion, ladies and gentlemen, is John Cena. What a night of action we've had here for you on Saturday morning Superstars of Wrestling. We told you it was going to be special. We want to thank all of you for joining us here, ladies and gentlemen, not just today, but all year long. As we count down the days to the big holiday, we want to thank you all for being a part of the Nation Network. We wish each and every one of you the very happiest, the very merriest of Christmases.
Indeed, and we look forward to being with you again 1 week from tonight as we decide the match of the year winner. Who's it going to be? I don't know, but I'm looking forward to finding out.
Indeed, it's going to be a tremendous night. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, for everyone out there, a big welcome, a big thank you, and we wish you all a very Merry Christmas. So long from the North Pole.